Hello, you sweet, living, loving spirits. It's Care here. I just wanted to come on and tell some of y'all because I was worried about it with myself. Uh, with the Ascension symptoms, there's some that hasn't been mentioned. Of course, you start feeling like, well, of course, you probably felt this all your life, like you don't belong here. There's something greater that you needed to be, or something you needed to be called to. I felt that myself. Never felt like I belonged. Always, was really in tune with nature and animals, and they were like my best friends to me. Um, some of the symptoms that you're going to get, though, that they're not describing, of course, you start wanting to be more alone. Uh, you're going to start going into yourself more, which is great. You start having more intuition. That's been said, and it's true. We all had the package anyway. We just never opened it up. We all had a gift. I just was forced to have to keep open ever since I was born. I don't know. I just always been able to tap into other dimensions and knew there was other dimensions. Um, but you start having like, well, the Kundalini. Actually, I felt that when it came in. Um, and I'm older. I'm going on 55. So I've been through a lot with my body and everything. And my poor vessel, but she's still holding me up. But yeah, I felt with the Kundalini, you could feel your back. You're gonna have, even if you don't have a back problem, usually you're gonna feel it. It's running up the spine, and that is your central nervous system. That is your pretty much like an antenna, and it connects you to the higher realms, to source, and plus your heart, of course. Your whole body, your bones, everything, your cells. Um, you would feel a little bit stiff, or your back is going to hurt. You can feel even heat going up the spine. Uh, Woke up with a lot of days after that where I was blocked in here. Had shoulder problem, my neck, everything was hurting back in here. And I mean, some people are just going to dismiss it and say, "Oh, it's just because I'm getting old," or "I did something too much yesterday in the garden or wherever and pulled something." No, no, it was very strange. It was and then when I finally just sat back and said, I observed the pain. Well, we all are really observing everything. We're really truly like playing, I believe, like the video game, and this is the avatar. Um, but we're in the avatar, but yet we're not. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but I could feel that, and I was like, it's really hurting. And when I started saying to myself, I'm not of the pain anymore. I'm not going to be of this pain. I don't have to experience that part, but I do allow my awakening. I do allow my ascension. I do allow what I need in my body to bring in and um, level out and balance these solar flashes and these light codes. And it's all inside yourself. These are just triggering the solar flashes. It's just triggering what you already have inside of you, of your knowing, and your connection to source even stronger. Um, and then what's really weird, well, I had been having these uh, the heart palpitation type of things, but yet it's not. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of lifts, and I know it was with my vagus nerve, and it was a lot of lifts and ups and downs. And yeah, I was associating that when I had come. Well, I never finished the story about my heart did stop, not just once, a few times. They had to keep bringing, they had to do the paddles, everything, and it does. They even gave me compressions and stuff, and so it does kind of mess up your in this area here. It can They have to kind of break that a little bit to you know. But what's weird is, like I said, even though after it's been years, it's been going on 5 years now since or yeah since I was in the and they had to put me in an induced coma and everything. But it was right before COVID. This was weird. I got the flu, but I think it was COVID. They just didn't know it yet. I really think it was. But anyway, so survival. We are survivors, of this life. But that weird feeling, and it was like, and I'll still get it sometimes, and it's like a jump here and there, and it's, you know, and doctors don't see nothing going on with my heart or anything. Um, It's just strange, you know. So I feel like that's some of it too, you know. And of course, I used to do Reiki too. I do healing stones. I did healing touch, all that before, you know, I got ill. And um, it just reminds me of just knowing how your body is going to change with these solar waves and everything that we have to do to ascend and get to higher consciousness. And it's really cool, really is. I mean, if we don't get too fearful of it, you know, you allow, of course, get medical advice, of course, go to the doctor, you know, whatever. But in my experience, it's like I knew, you know, it's like I know this is something that's got to do with my awakening. It's got something to do with, because we're all in amnesia. We really are. It's bad, too. I had to reawaken myself. And it's crazy because I was already awake before I got sick and doing, like I said, clairvoyant medium since birth. And always helped people as much as I could online, and had, you know, little groups here and there and things, and did readings for them, and loved to just touch their hands and could actually read, and was getting transmissions in. And um, some of the transmissions I'm thinking now was my star family. I mean, and I get it now. And yes, I do connect with them. I do channel. Mine's a little different. Sometimes I have to close my eyes, but most time it just pulls in. And that's just how I've always been when I channeled anyway. But if there's anything I can tell you, y'all, yeah, you're going to get some aches and pains. There's a lot of things that they're not saying that you're going to get with these ascensions. And always get checked out, like I said, by a doctor. You know, of course, this is not, you know, saying that that's what it is for sure. But I feel like it is, you know, to me, in my own personal self. We are all connected anyway with the grid. Um, we are all one. We're all through source and source. Yes, we do have different personalities. Where source is experiencing himself, well, themselves as us in different ways, and in different experiences. So it's kind of cool, you know, if you think about it. But we can all still connect. And when I do connect with people, I try to do prayer as an anchor, as a light worker or a lighthouse. I just try to say prayers to help all of us in the collective field. Not trying to push nobody to awaken. Do not do that. Don't, because that's their time. That's their own awakening. You can't, you know, your best just to just give us some advice or whatever, and, you know, and don't look at anybody bad because they're not awakening, or, you know what I mean? Put it this way. When you do things to others, you're doing it to yourself. And that's true. Because we are all one. We're the veins of source. We branch out. We're all veins of source, God. And put this. I love this one. I love this saying. If I hurt you, then I hurt myself. Because we are all one. So I'm not gonna go too deep in depth, but I love you guys. I just have to come on because I feel like we're getting closer and closer to the new Earth. And as for a solar flash and all that, yeah, I'm sure we're going to have something like that. But what I'm feeling, we've been having solar flashes, but I'm talking about the one that everybody's talking about is a big one, and everybody's just going to awaken. And no, I don't. I mean, in my opinion is, yeah, it's going to help us. It's going to maybe even shake and awake some that ain't awake yet. But yet, I feel like it's inside of us too. You know, as in the collective field, if we all just keep praying for peace, love, compassion, embodiment, one with source, disclosure, truth, faith, joy, abundance in every way with our body, mind, and spirit, and healing in our soul, you know. I feel like it does create that wave out to everyone. Love, you know, forgiveness. And it's going to get hairy and scary here for people. Don't have that fear. Don't allow this matrix to control you anymore. Don't. You don't have to choose that anymore. It's old news now. We're in our new way. So I'm not very good about being on much, but I'm giving it from my heart, my soul, my spirit. And I love y'all so much. And I might be coming back on soon, and I'll start doing some channeling, and and I really don't have any particular names of who I channel. It's basically either my starseed family, which is Palladians and the Arcturians. I also have an angel, Seraphims. We all have them. Like I said, we're not separated. But we are, but we're not. We all could go into each other's brain if we wanted to, and send love and healing, and that's what I'm trying to do is send that wave out to everybody. Love, healing, like I said, abundance. And if you do this every day, and then also take that time inside yourself and listen, and you can even ask Source, say, Source, what would you like for me to do today to help us all? And that's me as an anchor, as a lighthouse worker. I'm going to keep shining my light. I'm going to keep trying to help as many as I can. And I love y'all. I really love y'all. We're not just brothers and sisters. We're all just one with Source. And I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And if there's anybody out there that's just in there, that's hopeless, or that's feeling just done, hang in there. It's going to get better. Trust me. I know. Been there, done it. Love y'all. Love you, sweet living spirits. Blessings to all of us. Abundance. Later.